You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
Feel like who art ed?
We'll try to spice it.
Who art is Mr. Wood art ed me?
Good. Either way, it's ambiguous. It works on so many levels.
I know.
That's off to a great start.
Welcome to Who Arted Weekly Art History for All Ages. I'm your host, Kyle Wood, and today we're looking at the Ardabil Carpet. This piece was made in 16th century Persia, a region renowned for its exquisite craftsmanship, particularly in textiles. It's associated with the city of Ardabil, but many scholars suggest it may have been woven in Kashan, which was a major center for carpet weaving during this period. Ardabil was not just any city. It held significant religious and political importance as the ancestral home of the Safavid dynasty, which ruled Persia from 1501 to 1736 CE. The Safavids were passionate patrons of the arts, fostering a golden age of Persian culture that saw advancements in architecture, calligraphy, painting, and of course, carpet weaving. Carpet weaving in Persia was not just a craft, it was a highly esteemed art form passed down through generations. These carpets were more than just floor coverings. They were status symbols, diplomatic gifts, and yes, functional works of art, but they transformed living spaces. The materials used were of the highest quality, luxurious silk and fine wool dyed with vibrant natural pigments derived from plants and minerals. The Ardabil carpet itself was commissioned during the reign of Shah Tahmasp I, a prominent Safavid ruler who was a great enthusiast for the arts. He inherited a vast empire and continued his predecessor's efforts to consolidate power and promote Shia Islam as the state religion. This period saw a flourishing of artistic workshops directly supported by the royal court. It's believed that the Ardabil carpet was created for the Shrine of Shaykh Safi al-Din Ardabili, the founder of the Safavid Sufi order located in Ardabil. This shrine was a spiritual pilgrimage site and a symbol of the Safavid authority and piety. Commissioning such a grand and intricate carpet for this revered space would have been a big act of devotion as well as a display of royal power and wealth. The production of a carpet of this scale and complexity was an enormous undertaking, likely involving many skilled weavers working together over years. The workshop would have been filled with master weavers overseeing apprentices, their nimble fingers meticulously knotting thousands upon thousands of threads. The design planned by a court artist who would have created detailed cartoons or drawings that the weavers followed. The specific date woven into the carpet is 946 AH, which corresponds to 1539 to 1540 CE. This precise dating is a remarkable feature as many historical carpets don't have those markers. It gives us a firm anchor in time for its creation. Now, the Safavid period was also a time of significant cultural exchange. Persia was a sort of crossroads of civilization, and its artistic traditions absorbed influences from various regions, including China and India, while simultaneously exporting its own unique aesthetic. These influences contributed to the sophistication and diversity of Persian art during this era. The Ardabil carpet represents the pinnacle of Safavid carpet weaving. Its exceptional quality, intricate design, and historical significance make it one of the most famous and important carpets in the world. So let's take a moment to think about what makes this such a special work. Now, first off, it is huge. It measures about 10.5 by 5.3 meters, which would be around 34 feet 6 inches by 17 feet 5 inches. That size alone is impressive, but when you look at all the intricate details, it's just mind-boggling. The carpet is made of wool pile on a silk foundation, a combination that allowed both durability and the creation of very fine details. It's estimated to contain around 340 knots per square inch, so that would translate to over 25 million knots total. The carpet's design features a central medallion, a common motif in Persian carpets, and it's surrounded by an elaborate field of floral motifs, scrolling vines, and delicate arabesques. 2 mosque lamps hang from the central medallion, a unique detail that adds to its sacred context and is believed to symbolize the light of divine knowledge. The lamps are of different sizes, and this subtle asymmetry some people interpret as a deliberate human touch, perhaps to acknowledge that only God can achieve perfect symmetry. Around the main field, there's a complex border composed of various cartouches and panels filled with inscriptions and further floral patterns. Now, I'm not going to take time to read every single inscription, but one cartouche contains a couplet from a Persian poet, Hafiz, which reads, quote, "Except for my threshold, there is no refuge for me in all the world. My head has no other resting place than this door," end quote. This poetic verse emphasizes devotion and humility, which is fitting for a carpet intended for a shrine. The abundance of floral motifs throughout the carpet evokes the idea of a lush garden, a recurring theme in Islamic art that reflects the concept of paradise as described in the Quran. As I said, the mosque lamps likely symbolize illumination and the divine presence, reinforcing that sacred purpose behind this carpet. The Ardabil carpet's significance extends far beyond its initial purpose, though. It's considered one of the finest examples of Safavid art and a masterpiece of Islamic art globally. It was acquired for quite a considerable sum, but its arrival at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London in 1893 helped elevate the status of Islamic art in Western collections. It's influenced countless designers and artists, and its patterns continue to inspire textile art and interior design to this day. The Ardabil carpet serves as a powerful testament to the artistic ingenuity and cultural richness of 16th century Persia, embodying a profound blend of craftsmanship, spirituality, and aesthetic brilliance. This concludes this week's episode of Who Arted, part of the Airwave Media Podcast Network. If you found this tolerable, please leave a rating or review on your favorite podcast app. You can find images of the work being discussed this week and every week on social media at Who Arted Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and of course on the website whoartedpodcast.com. Podcast done.